finally be underway for yet another go of this game. And we are. Hopefully this time we are finally underway properly. Because I don't know if I could deal with not being underway yet again. As we get started here, Rent Free will take an early goal and Scarf does score the first. So, as I was saying, the winner of this will go on to face the team of 3-1-2s, and Scarf has scored a second. Off the kickoff. Interesting start. But yes, the winner of this will be going on to play 3-1-2s. The loser of this drops out of the tournament. Pagsy will play this one downfield nice and quickly. Shu will loft it high and chase himself. Tonio on the sidewall tries to get a touch across. Pagsy will be there. The shot wide. Cairo will push on through. Shu across net. Caleb clears downfield. And Scarf will cut it off at the halfway point. Good pass infield. Shu's there. The shot not in the first time of asking, but the double is there. Scarf will tap it away, and 3-0 is the scoreline. And we haven't even seen a whole minute of this game. Just under 30, or just over 30 seconds of the game, and it is 3-0. Not the start that Tici would have been after. Shu. Caleb there first. The shot on target. That's the first one back. And Tici do get their first of the series. They'll be happy that they don't have to wait around for that one. They've got that off their back. Bit of an open net, and so far it's been an interesting start to this series. Pagsy will 50 this one on Scarf. Now Caleb will play this one across. Cairo a bit backwards, so Caleb gets the chance to play it into the center. Great pass, great goal. 3-2. And we've seen 5 goals within the opening minute of this series. Great infield pass behind the first defender in a good position that the back post marker couldn't get off it quick enough. Caleb getting bumped by his own teammate there. I believe that was Tonio. Scarf with 0 boost. Won't be able to find the center. Caleb. Pagsy. Side flip. And now Cairo drops it back. However, Tonio's there the first. Onto the backboard. Shu will take control. Past one. And Shu will look to get by another. Does get it onto the back wall. Scarf is there to follow it. Tonio on the backboard. Trying to chase that one down. 0 boost. Caleb now has boost to use. Was undoubtedly the sure striker from that first series was Caleb. Pagsy, maybe later on in that series, did score a few more, but throughout the entire series, Caleb really was on form. Here's Tonio for Pagsy. Looks for the flip reset. Doesn't quite get the bounce he would have liked off of it. And Cairo will look to take it away. Nice flick past one. Will chase it, but won't get there himself. Pagsy into the corner. There's a demo to open it up, and net. Scarf takes on a shot. And it's been a while since we've seen a goal in terms of this series itself. In terms of this game itself. But after a minute of waiting, we do have another goal, and it's the way of Rent Free. Pagsy. He's beaten out by Shu. Tonio just winds it back. Here's Cairo looking for Scarf. Plays onto the backboard. Caleb there first. Past one. Pagsy gets beaten out. Now Tonio will play this one downfield. Over to Pagsy. Denied at the halfway point. At center. Going to be cleared away by Caleb. Now Pagsy looks for a center of his own. Bit of a mistouch there by Shu, but it does the job for the time being. Tonio. Flick and shot. Scarf denies. Now Shu looking for Scarf again. Looks for the redirect. Does he get it on target? No, not quite. Tonio. We're going to reset for Pagsy. And now Tonio again. Looking to go onto the offensive side of things. Scarf is there. Pops it up high and will chase himself. Although Pagsy there first. Shu. Bit awkward, but makes it work. Finds the corner where Cairo was in. Now Scarf downfield. Pagsy. Back to Shu, who puts it on the backboard. Double demo. Oh, that's unfortunate from Caleb. Just didn't get the read and dropped it down in front of his own net. Scarf was there. Wasn't going to miss from that range. Rent-free. 3-goal lead. 2 minutes left in game number 1. Pagsy. Shu will center this one. Scarf. By 1. Good pass into the Cairo, and that's going to be denied off the goal line. That was super close to being in the net. As Pagsy's up for this one. Beats out Scarf, but doesn't connect with the ball. Now a bit of an awkward play, but Tonio gets past 1. Here's a chance for Caleb. Does put it on target, but it's too weak, and Shu plays it out and finds Scarf, who looks to play it onto a shot. Gets saved, and that's going to be a follow-up. Saved again. Pagsy making save after save. Will it result in anything the other way? That's a demo that will probably stop that counter-attack. Another chance building. Tonio gets cut off by Shu. Can't quite follow that himself. Pagsy into the corner. Now Scarf. Here's Cairo. It'll drop down for him, but it's going to be pinched away. Shu looks to center this one. Tonio there, downfield. Scarf blocks it off at the halfway point. Tonio follows. Caleb to doink it on, but Cairo there. Another chance for Pagsy to just cut on it. And it's been a much more open game than we saw from Tici against Kaka's Minions. There's not been quite as much pressure in their own half, but these mistakes are costing them. There's another. As Caleb puts that one across his own net. (6-2) is the scoreline if nothing changes in the first game of the series. Is Tonio. Oh, that might just be in. Not quite. That second follow-up will be 6-3. 22 seconds. Anything can happen in 22 seconds. I don't know if 3 goals being scored by Tici is going to happen in 22 seconds, but it could. That play just making Rent-free awkward, and that's what Tici do well when they get opportunities and when they back themselves. We saw it against Kaka's Minions that they were making plays. They were making the defense awkward. Haven't really managed to do too much of that so far. That's a good pass. That's a decent shot. It's not bins. It is. In 7 seconds. Score a quick goal here. Have a second remaining on the clock. It's doable. I don't know how doable, but it is. That shot. Bit deceiving, actually. The fake kickoff, and it's not quite going to work out, I don't think, as they have to go the full length of the pitch, and it's going to touch down. Rent-free do take game number 1 here. I am hoping that the audio is all right, as I cannot actually tell because they decided that the thing that I normally use just wanted to not work anymore. So, hopefully it is all right. Let's just get this all updated. But it was an interesting game, you could say, I guess. I wasn't expecting to see that many goals in the opening game. I'm currently not connected to servers, so hopefully that fixes up and we're all good to go to the next game. But I think we're fine as things stand. Does appear that Caleb is doing something. I don't know if that's an issue that he had or if it's an issue that... or if it's an internet issue or something like that. We'll see. We do load into the next match, but I'm not too sure what's happening here. I think we are waiting because we're not here. No, I can't tell what's happening because you can't actually see spectators or you can't see who's in the lobbies. You can't see anything anymore since the last update, which is really not worked in our favor here today. But we are heading into game number 2 here. Rent-Free did take the first game of the series. Here's Shoot playing this one downfield, and he'll look to follow it as well. Caleb gets there, but doesn't quite connect, and Shu capitalizes on a mistake, which you could see just happened so often in that first series, in that first game of the series, sorry, that it just feels like Tici aren't playing to the level that they could be. Here's Cairo onto the backboard. Caleb up quickly. Scarf there first. Pagsy with the 50. And Scarf will look to keep the pressure alive. Now Cairo into the corner. Tries to play it centrally, but Caleb there first. Now Shu. Once more. The pressure in the corner here. That flick back does work out as well. Scarf, the pressure mounting. Tonio will pop this one up high. Pagsy to chase. 50 by Shu. Now Tonio gets bumped off the sidewall, off the ball as well. And Caleb doesn't quite connect with that. Cairo in front of net. Had a few options. Decided to just take on the shot and it didn't work out. However, Tonio now in front of net had to get the second touch. And does so. Tici tie us up. We've seen a few of these last second-ish touches that just force the ball home before the defense can. And Tici haven't really had the opportunities to follow through with their touches, but this time round, Tonio could follow, could keep possession, and got the shot away. Cairo. Now Shoot. And Scarth will follow through, hits the backboard, a chance for a double himself. Does hit the crossbar, the follow through by Cairo, finds the back of the net. 2-1 now. Rent-Free take the lead once again. Here's Cairo. Gets by 1, won't get by Tonio, who does take control here. That play doesn't quite work out. Shu, only as far as Caleb. He will look to follow it himself into the center. That's a good pass. Pagsy's up quickly. His shot doesn't quite match the pass. As Shu will off this one high for a chase by Cairo. Shu will hunt it down. Scarth only as far as Pagsy, who looks for Caleb onto the backboard. Shu will read that. Antonio moves on through, gets 50'd. Bumps it into his own teammate as well. Bit of an awkward situation. They take their time with it. And a chance here for Pagsy. Can he put it on target? No, he can't. Anyone to follow? Not quite. Scarf got it away to the corner and to safety. As Pagsy looks to loft this one up. Flip reset onto the backboard. Didn't connect with Cairo. Shu will be able to get this one out of half. And just over half the game to go. Haven't really seen a solid structure built from Tici as that shot's denied. They're making saves. They've really only costed a couple of mistakes. They haven't really been forced into those mistakes, but they have made those mistakes, and it's what's costing them at the moment. But they haven't even been able to get much going on offense. It's the same issue that they had against Kaka's Minions. They're just, for the most part, throwing the ball away, not maintaining possession. Tonio has attempted to on a few occasions. If they can pick that up, you think that they have a good shot in this series. Something that they did struggle against with Kaka's Minions, but you've got to say that these teams are different levels. Kaka's Minions and Rent-Free are not to the same caliber. That shot is going to be Scarth putting it in the back of the net. 3-1. That shot, I can't believe that original shot by Shu didn't go into the goal, by the way. I think he's been scammed of a goal there. Pagsy looks to play himself in. Over to Cairo on the backboard. Tonio gets dunked. And Caleb, last man back, pops it high. Cairo got the read. Pagsy into the midfield. Caleb had to get there quick and does. Scarf will have a bit of time to think about it. Oh, Don't. That looks like something I would do. And I talked about mistakes from the side of Tici. There's a mistake from Rent Free. They still have time. They don't have to score 6 goals to tie it up in this game like they did last. So there's still time. The 1 goal in a couple minutes is very possible. That 50 just doesn't put itself on target. Caleb now 50 across net. A chance here for Scarf, but beaten out by Caleb. Cairo. Scarf will take control. A 50 out by Caleb, and now another chance for Shu. Doesn't connect. Cairo will drop it down. Tries to follow it himself, but Pagsy's there. Minute on the clock now. Pagsy by Shu. Caleb by Scarf. But Shu is back in time, and Scarf gets back in time as well. Cairo forward for Tonio. Only for Tonio. Pagsy. Now Tonio again doesn't get the connection. And Pagsy out wide. Doesn't quite get the play he would have liked either. And that's sort of what Tizi's doing. They're making plays and they're just not quite what they need to be. Pagsy onto the back wall. That's going to drop down. Tonio won't be able to commit properly to that one. Here's Caleb. A bit of an awkward one, and oh, is it going to cost them? It doesn't quite this time around. That mistake hasn't come back to bite them in this situation. But with 10 seconds remaining, Tici look like they might just be down and out. That could be a goal to secure. No, it's hit off the post. Shu's there. They have to keep it alive. It's going to bounce in the corner. Tonio has a chance. Cairo doesn't get the touch. It's a chance. Pagsy puts it away, and it's not going to be in. Still alive. Scarf and Tonio 50 this one. It's downfield. Don't think anyone's going to get there, and it does touch the ground. Tici go 2-0 down in this series. Rent Free are not perfect to their mistakes. They are still in a situation that you think that potentially Tici have a game in this series. They potentially have 2. But a lot's going to have to change. Going to have to see a lot less mistakes from Tici if we want to see anything potentially going to a game 5 here. Even not even thinking about that. Going to a game 4. They're going to have to try something new because what they're doing right now isn't working. Or at least just fix their mistakes. It's one of the two. Because they've made a few mistakes. They probably cost 2 goals in this that were mistakes. Could have been maybe another 2 on top of that from a mistake that wasn't capitalized upon. But on offense, they're just not working the plays well enough. They're making chances, but they aren't able to really do anything with them because they're not keeping possession. And in the game that is heavily run by possession at the moment, taking touches, making those one sort of plays, it just hasn't quite worked out so far for Tici. They haven't been far out of it. As Shu will get the first goal of this game 3. Pagsy was just up way too early. He attacked you exactly where he wanted to place it and shoot. Did just that underneath the defense. 10 seconds in, 1-0 down. That's not the way you want a reverse sweep to start, but Tonio has a chance to tie it up. Nice flick, but Scarth will make the save. Now Caleb. 50 on one. 50 on another. Cairo a bit awkward. Shu a bit awkward as well. Tonio. Blasted up high. Cairo to chase it downfield. Now Pagsy onto the backboard. Won't be able to follow it himself. Tonio does onto the backboard once more. Bit awkward in front of net, but Rent Free work it out through Cairo. Another couple of opportunities that just haven't really got anything for Tici. They've had their chances, but they haven't made anything of them. Here's Tonio. Pagsy gets beaten out. Now Caleb has a chance to blast it forward. Cairo up first. Caleb will look to play on that. That's going to be a goal as well. Caleb does well. The defense just pushed out too quickly there. Shu got caught in 2 minds whether to go or whether to stay. In the end, didn't make either choice. Got caught somewhere in the middle. Cairo off the kickoff. Makes Tonio make a save. Here's Caleb. Past one. Cairo just fakes out of that challenge, and Shu puts this one up high. Didn't really want to, but that's what he was forced into. A double commit now. Rent-free. Starting to make those mistakes that Tici were making themselves. Tonio leaves this one for Caleb. The 50 comes through. That's a bit of an awkward bounce. It's a good bounce for Cairo, though. The shot denied by Tonio. Shu's up quickly by one. Won't be able to get the second touch, but a chance for Cairo. Shot denied. Tonio making a few saves here. And making a play into the center. Caleb's there. The shot on target. Oh, it's fantastic. Tonio does extremely well with this touch. Completely puts Scarth out of the game as long as his teammate's quick enough. And he was quick enough, Caleb. Mentioned how good he's been at scoring goals today, and that's another one. They do have the lead, something that they've rarely had in this series. Tonio a bit awkward, and now Scarth trying to tie us up. Shu 50. Pagsy rotates out. Cairo there first for Scarth. Good play. It's going to be high. And pushed away. Now Pagsy. Maybe rush that touch because he could hear someone behind him. But in the end, it's not working out for Tici. They try to fix it up, and Caleb blasts it to Cairo, who looks for Scarth. Tonio gets a 50, and that's a chance for Pagsy. Puts it a long way. But Shu, they're first. Cairo pops it up high. Now Scarth will take a chance to put it into the center. Doesn't quite get the connection. Shu. Oh, and this throws Pagsy. Now Scarth forced to chase it back. A demo in front of net made it a bit awkward. Another demo could open up the chance. And chance to shoot by Pagsy denied by Shu getting off his line nice and early. Here's another chance for Shu into the corner. Could double this one. But Pagsy says no. There's a bit of boost used, but has used all of it. But does find the pass. Caleb gets himself a hat-trick. And Caleb's just been in all the right positions in game number 3 here. Game 3, 3 goals. It's fitting for the guy who's been scoring the most for Tici. But you do have to wonder, is this going to be enough? Tonio. Now Scarth. And Cairo. As I was saying, is it going to be enough? They could hold on to this, but then they have to push through 2 more series. Shu. Pagsy gets a touch away. Now Scarth again. Here's Caleb into the corner. Tries to follow it himself. Cairo gets a demo. That's something that Rent-Free maybe hasn't done quite as much as Kaka's Minions. And it's something that Kaka's Minions did that really shut down Tici. Cairo. Pagsy will look to follow the touch himself. That's a nice pass for Tonio. Hits it high. Caleb commits, and it's a chance here to go back the other way. Cairo 50'd by Caleb, though, who does well on both offensive and defensive duties in this game. Pagsy. Tonio. Now Cairo in the corner will look to play it out. Has 45 seconds to get 2 goals to force themselves, well, to get a sweep. If they can pull that back, they'd still have to go to an OT. Here's Shu. Cairo into the corner. Shu will force on that one. The play across net. No one's there, and the play was probably too quick for someone to be there. Caleb finds Pagsy. Caleb again will force this chance. Looks to put it high. Shu will follow it through. Has boost, but the chance wasn't really there for him. Cairo puts it high. Scarth probably had a chance to just put the shot on target and with more power, but Cairo didn't know better. Shu. Tonio across, and that's going to be game number 3 going the way of Tici. They're still alive in this series. They have to pull off the reverse sweep, but now they have to think about the next game. Let's think about the games in front of them rather than the ones behind them. As Tici could go all the way in this reverse sweep. It wouldn't blow my mind, but at this point in time, you just don't know if they'll be able to keep going like they have been. as we will be getting into the next game shortly. And we will be heading over to Utopia Coliseum as we see some fireworks on screen. I think it is all sorted out, and we will be heading into game number 4. Tici took game 3. They've set it up. Can they make the reverse sweep happen? Would it be the craziest things we've seen today? But it sure is going to be a challenge. Shu. Denied by Tonio. Now Cairo will look to play this one to Scarf. The team pinch doesn't really work out, but Scarf does follow it. Would have been insane if he could get something on that. Here's Shu onto the backboard. Looks to double himself. Doesn't get the shot away, but Scarf will. Denied by Tonio. Caleb has to hurry to that one. Nice touch and good follow-up as well, but Cairo there to follow it up. Shu now takes on the shot. Denied by Pagsy. Forced 2 defenders to jump, and that play might still work out for Scarf. The shot denied by Pagsy once more, and the defense is holding, but is it going to hold long enough? Pagsy for Tonio. Tonio to the sky. By one, won't get by a second. Scarf awkward in his own half in front of his own net. Caleb gets a touch and a bump. Now Pagsy. And Shu will push on through. Caleb gets a touch away. Cairo there first. Here's Pagsy. That's by Scarf. We'll look to follow it up as well, but won't really be able to do much with it. Shu. 50 on Tonio. Now Cairo. Denied by Tonio, and Caleb will push on through. Gets a good touch into the corner. Shu. Doesn't get it far, and Caleb there first, but now Scarf. At the moment, none of these touches really working for their own teams. Hasn't quite been the ping pong that you see, but it has definitely been a few cough-ups in possession that don't need to happen as Scarf hits the backboard. And Shu follows up. The bumps are there from Scarf. Fantastic choice just to annoy the defenders. And Scarf opens up the door for the first goal of Game 4. Here's Shu. Will follow it up and puts it into the corner. Antonio. Past Cairo. Past another. That's a chance onto the backboard. Only want to follow it up. Caleb is up, but the shot wide. And now a chance back the other way. Scarf beaten out by Tonio. That chance onto the backboard by Shu. Cairo is lurking. And he does get it 2-0 now. And from a clear-cut opportunity for Tici to tie the game up, rent-free go the other way and get a 2-goal cushion. Scarf. Drops it down in front of net. Pagsy there first. 2 minutes. Just about half the game to go. Pagsy gets bumped and a chance for Cairo to put it into the corner. Now Tonio. Just can't quite get past Cairo. Caleb in his own corner. Now Pagsy looks to take on the shot. It's high. Forced into a save. Tonio follows through. Just can't get the shot on target again. And Tici just can't seem to finish off their chances like they started off today. It feels like they've gone back into that. Here's Cairo. They score here. It's probably game. It's probably series, but Caleb will follow this one through. Tonio there first. Pagsy. 50 on Scarf. Cairo. Every second that Tici don't score, it's looking more dire. A miss by Shu. A chance for Cairo. Passes across. Scarf's there. Shot wide and Cairo gets a touch but gets bumped. Shu to follow through. Denied by Caleb. Pagsy low. In the corner, past one. Cairo and Scarf communicate that one well. Scarf will look to play this one center. Pops it over Tonio. But Tonio does get a slightest of touches. Caleb, 50 on Shu. Tonio gets full. Looks to get by one. Runs out of boost. Scarf there. Pagsy to follow it up onto the crossbar. Caleb won't get the touch he wants. Here's Shu. You think if it's a third goal here, that's probably going to be it. Cairo follows it up. Gets the pinch. It's the third. And that's surely the series now. Tici haven't been able to capitalize on their opportunities. And that's the opposite story for Rent Free. They've made it work. No one home to defend that goal, and 3 goals in 30 seconds. Said it before that it's possible. It's definitely doable. But it's highly unlikely at this point, especially if they make it 4 Cairo. For Scarf than it is 4 now. That definitely feels like the series been lost for Tici. And in front of net, Cairo just made it work. He's done that for the majority of the series. Just been able to make sure that things are right. Caleb drops it down. Shu is there. 18 seconds for 4. Pagsy downfield. It's off target. Caleb takes a shot, and that's probably a fair shot to look at in terms of this series. They just haven't been able to finish their chances, and it continues even after the clock runs out. Their chances have been there. They haven't been able to capitalize, and Rent Free has done the opposite of that. They've had chances, and they have scored them as well. That is GG's called now, and Tici to fall out in lowest round 1. Very good series to start us off today, and then just couldn't quite pull through